Howdy again, it's me, David Michael Bennett, from the robot band Steam Powered Giraffe. So I'm here to talk to you all about seeing the band Steam Powered Giraffe in the United Kingdom. So some of you who are lucky enough have got tickets to the band's performance, the concert, Sunday night, August 24th, in Lincolnshire, UK. So it's in Lincoln at the Engine Shed, which is very close to the castle and whatnot in the area. So that show is sold out. They're not adding any more tickets. VIPs went really quick, and tickets sold out in a few weeks. So that show is sold out. But that's not the only place that you can see the band. So if you did get concert tickets for that, it's going to be a packed night. There's not just going to be Steam Powered Giraffe that night. We actually have two other acts before Steam Powered Giraffe. You've got, let me make sure I get the the names right. We've played with them before in the UK. Victor and the Bully will be there, as well as the wonderful Thomas Benjamin Wilde Esquire. All great acts. It's sure to be a long, enjoyable night, starting at around, the show's at 7:30 p.m. We'll get into those details in a bit. So if you got tickets to that, congratulations. It's going to be a packed house. I think this is going to be a great show. We've been to the UK before and we've played this event before, but it's been a while. I think 2018 was the last time we were there. Yeah, I think so. Yes, and we did 3 years in a row before that: 2016, 2017, 2018. So it's been a long time coming since the pandemic, but we were happy to be invited back. And it lets us get out to a little more of Europe, I suppose. So if you're not able to make it to this concert because the tickets are sold out, fear not. There is still other ways to see the band while you are there. And of course, you want to see us perform our songs and all that. So first off, we do have an acoustic performance during the festival. That's not a part of that fully plugged-in stage show concert that we're doing that Sunday night. So if you're in the UK area and you want to go to this festival, you don't necessarily need to have a concert ticket to see the robots, basically. So the festival itself has lots more going on than just seeing Steam Powered Giraffe, obviously. It takes place Friday, August 22nd to Monday, August 25th. I believe it's a bank holiday that weekend. The weather should hopefully be slightly warm for that festival, as in past years. So if you want to come out to there are accommodations and whatnot very close to the festival, based on the universities there and whatnot. So please look into that. There's details below in the description. You basically can buy a weekend wristband that just gets you into all the festival stuff. And then there's separate ticketed events for some things, including some Steam Powered Giraffe appearances. But then there's also stuff that's completely included with the wristband. So you can get a whole weekend wristband, or you can get a single day wristband. So let's go into what the band is actually doing there. That's not the concert. So the first thing is Friday, August 22nd, in Lincoln, United Kingdom. There will be an afternoon tea with the band. Now, this is a ticketed event, so you will have to buy a ticket for it. And you would also need a wristband to get into the festival. So you could make a whole day of it. Friday, August 22nd at 3:30 p.m., the band will be doing tea with fans. We won't be in makeup, because we'll be in makeup 2 other days for the festival. But this one is a chance to meet the people behind the band, although we'll talk in makeup out of character too. We usually do a little bit of both. If we kind of suss it out if people come up to us and like do their robot shtick with us. We'll do that, absolutely. But we'll also just talk as regular people if we feel someone's comfortable with that. But for that afternoon tea, you can pay. And basically how it works, if you've never done one of these before, they're pretty popular at conventions in the past. You get to sit at a table, you get to have little finger sandwiches, and drink tea. And I think there's like even an upgrade to get some fizz, which I'm assuming is some type of pop or soda or something. I don't know. But either way, you get to sit at tables, and then the band will be split up amongst the tables. I don't know if it'll be two or one person per table, but and then we'll keep rotating throughout the tea. So you'll be able to chat briefly with pretty much everyone in the band, including the backing musicians, Lacey and David Butterfield. Well, wait, Lacey Johnson and David Butterfield. They don't have the same last name. And then, of course, the robots and stuff. We'll be out of makeup. Walter Workers will be there. I think there'll be a little merch table. We'll sell some stuff there, too. So I believe. Don't quote me on that. Will it say that? Yeah. Purchase wristbands, purchase tickets, tea. This will be taking place at the County Assembly Rooms in the Edwardian Suite, just in case you don't know. But all the info's down below, so if you want to go to that tea event, please buy tickets to that. It does help support the band being out there. It's pretty expensive to travel, and the Asylum is meeting us, halfway, so we can make some of our money back on merch. But this tea also helps pay for costs and stuff. That's the benefit of a festival, I suppose. Otherwise, we wouldn't be at the festival for so long. Maybe we would do another show somewhere else. But we're based on our deal with the Asylum. We're doing everything at the Asylum that we can, short of doing a completely another concert, obviously. There's plenty of other concerts, too. Avenue Park's got one Saturday night. So keep looking into that stuff. You could have a whole Friday to Monday full of entertainment. Okay, so that's the only thing we're doing on Friday. That's kind of the kickoff for us. We'll be catching up from jet lag when we time travel from Wednesday to Thursday, the day before, because we're flying from San Diego. So Saturday, August 23rd, that's our big day in makeup that doesn't have a concert. So we've got quite a few things. We've got a photo session with the band, and then we have our Q&A session that also has an acoustic performance by us as well. And then there's a meet and merch session later in the day. So right off the bat, if you want to come to that acoustic performance, which also is a Q&A where there'll be a host and they'll be talking back and forth with us, answering questions from the audience as well as them, we will play a short acoustic set. It won't be a full 2-hour show like Sundays, but we don't perform acoustically except for patrons on our Patreon. We do that monthly with live streams. We don't do that often. It doesn't really come up in like conventions and stuff, especially since the pandemic and stuff. We haven't really done anything like that. So that'll be really fun. It's in actually a room that's treated for that, and we will be standing in the I forget the name of it, but in the area that the dome shape that will actually let people hear us all. So yes, that will be at the County Assembly Rooms in the ballroom, which is will sound nice. We've done it in there before, not the acoustic performance, but we've been definitely in that space before. So if you want to come to that Q&A, it isn't a separate ticketed event. You just need a wristband for that day for the festival, or a weekend wristband. But you will, just because there's limited space in the ballroom, you will have to pick up tickets for that at 10 a.m. on the castle grounds. So there's details down below. That'll be at the castle merch gazebo, pretty close to the venue. So you'll make a day of it. And the tickets are basically just so they don't have to turn people away at the door. They will let people in if there's more room, but they want to make sure they have enough room for everyone. So you'll have to pick up a free ticket from the ticket collection stuff at 10 a.m., same day as the Q&A. And then the Q&A itself starts at 1:30 p.m. All the details are below, so don't get too confused. But that one is included with your wristband, so please come out to that if you're joining us for the festival. Or if you're coming to the show Sunday, consider going to one of these other events, Friday or Saturday, or all of them. Why not? But before the Q&A session that same Saturday, August 23rd, we will have a photo session with the band. Now, this isn't just selfies and whatnot. Those are options other times during the event, of course. But these are professional photos with the band. And we've done this plenty of times in the past. So this is with a professional photographer, and you'll get an actual hard copy day of. So you'll be able to take it home. It's basically like you pay for a photo, basically. So if you want a group photo, you can, but you read the description down below, and if you want a group photo with the robots, it's pretty much going to be the robots, Lacey Johnson and David Butterfield. So you get the full band. The Waltz Workers can't really fit that many people in a photo, but there's other opportunities if you want to get a selfie with them and stuff. So that'll be a paid photo session. That is a ticketed event, so that ticket includes your physical hard copy of that, and of course you will need a wristband as well. Details down below on that. That's at damn it. It says 11:30 p.m. Well, that's not correct. I'm going to have to change that on the graphic, unless I did, and that's the old one. You have 3 people look it over, and still we messed up. Yeah, don't come at 11:30 p.m. I've changed that to a.m. We have a little graphic that kind of like shows it all, like a summary of where we are that whole weekend, and I just realized it says p.m. and no one's noticed it. It's been up for like a week. Oh well. It says 11:30 p.m. 11:30 a.m. in the official schedule for the Asylum, and as well as their text write-ups on this. So, whoops, I don't know how we fixed so many other, whatever, it happens. We're busy with shows. Okay, so yeah, so 10 a.m. ticket collection for that Q&A panel, 11:30 a.m. the photo session with the band. There'll be like slots of 15 minutes, so yours might not be at 11:30, might be at 11:45, but it's within that hour. And then the Q&A will be at 1:30 p.m. And there'll be an acoustic performance with that. And then later in the day at 3 p.m. I'm not doing military time because I hear that it's okay to use AM, PM when speaking, and we just did it with our write-up too, because it was a little confusing going back and forth, because we're dumb Americans. So, and boy, we're only getting dumber, if you've seen the state of the world. So 3 p.m., I mean, yeah, the whole world's dumb, don't get me wrong, but we're really showing our true colors, aren't we, more recently, fascism and all that. What are you going to do? It's coming back in style, in a very bad way. Is there a good way? No, there never was. Okay, 3 p.m., we have a meet and merch session. So the reason why we have one of these smack dab in Saturday is we don't have a merch booth set up for the whole festival or anything like that. We wouldn't be able to man it anyways, considering all these other events we're doing. And people are worried that will there be merch for Sunday or Monday and stuff, and this is kind of a way to ensure that people can buy our merch, because we won't have everything that we have on our online store, but we've already shipped over a bunch of stuff. There'll be t-shirts that we had made in the UK, same styles we do in the United States, a very nice Bella Canvas 3001 model, if you're familiar with that. Pretty nice one. It's not like cheap or anything. Cheap as in, it's not, we didn't cheap out on the shirt. So however much they're going to be, I'm not going to do the conversions. Those shirts will be very nice and comfortable, and worth the 30 to, I have no idea the conversion for pounds, but it's somewhere within that, right? If I say United States dollars. So we'll have some of those. So the meet and merch session there on Saturday at 3 p.m., August 23rd, that'll be the best selection of merch. But it's not just that. It is a ticketed event, because of, making sure there's enough space for people. And there's other meets and stuff with other bands the weekend, the acts and stuff. So it's also a time when you can actually get an autograph from us. This will be over a table, so it won't be like a professional photography. And you can also get a selfie at the same time as you're going through, as long as we're keeping the line moving, and no one's like trying to pose with us behind the table. We'll be signing, we'll be like, do thumbs up, you can lean over the table. That goes pretty quickly. And yeah, you can chat with us for a bit. So it's not just for merchandise, but it's all that. So you get to talk with the band. We'll be in makeup too, so that's also, you can do the photo session, get a professional photo, and then meet us later in the day to buy some merch, get autographs, and chat with us a bit. The photo session, they'll run people through pretty quickly. But yeah, so that's our Saturday. Get that ticket collection at 10 a.m., 11:30 a.m., photo session with the band, and 1:30 p.m., that Q&A panel with an acoustic performance. And the acoustic performance, I think it'll be the three robots, Spine, Rabbit, and Zero. And then I believe Lacey Johnson's going to have a very small battery for electric guitar, and we're going to do some songs, maybe one we're not even doing for the concert. So yeah, you'll hear one from Bunny, Rabbit, and then you'll also hear one from me, David, Spine, and you'll hear one from Brian. Not quite sure which one we'll do yet. Well, I kind of do, but I don't want to spoil it. And that's probably what we'll do. We'll see how much time we have, and we'll decide if it's 3 or 4 songs. But it should be good. We'll do the whole robot shtick and all that. Be a good warm-up for us for the Sunday night show. It'll probably be hot, though, too. Okay, so that's our Saturday. And then the big day for the band is the Sunday, because that has the concert. So August 24th, Sunday, the band does have their show at night. But there's one other thing, the Steam Powered Giraffe fans group photo. Yeah, I had to read that again. I was like, is that another typo? No, SPG fans group photo. I'm trying to make it be the same as the official Asylum schedule. So how they named things, I tried to keep it consistent. The only thing I messed up was we put PM 11:30. I think people would see that and be like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why would it be I'll fix it. We'll fix it in the next post. If I can. Yeah. So there's a fan group photo. They're doing this, I don't know how many they're doing this that weekend, but on Sunday, August 24th at 1:30 p.m., there will be a big group photo with all SPG fans. You don't have to come, obviously, but it's kind of a way to get a professional photo. Photographer will take it, and then they'll post it online, and then everyone can be like, I'm in it. So that's a little fun thing. The band won't be there because we'll be busy setting up equipment and getting all of our instruments and stuff ready at the engine shed for the concert at night. It just works out better that way. In past years, it's very hard to go from one event to the next and back and forth. And so we're just focusing on the show that day. So there won't be any Steam Powered Giraffe members there. But a perfect opportunity, since they're going to have a photographer take it, for a group photo. Of everyone in there, but perhaps you're going to be dressed up as a robot or a Walter worker or an original character that also just happens to enjoy Steam Powered Giraffe. So that should be fun. And where that's taking place, and you can read all the details of where this stuff is and how you get into all of it. That's near the merch gazebo and the courthouse. So look at the write-up down there to find out where that is. I believe you would need a wristband for this to get into some of it, but some of it's kind of like, there'll be like, if you've never been to the festival, there'll be places in Lincoln that you can go without a wristband, obviously. Even just tourists can just show up. But then there's going to be like, people checking wristbands at certain buildings and stuff. So since this is outside, I'm pretty sure you might not need a wristband. They didn't say that in there, and I didn't get any clarification. But because it's outside, like who's going to stop anyone, right? But they're on the castle grounds. You can get an entry to the castle for some of these, for if you're just a tourist, right, not caring about the festival. But then there's some things that you can get in with the festival. It works out pretty well. It won't be super confusing, and there are ways to buy tickets and wristbands day of. I'm pretty sure if they have availability. Okay, and then of course the main attraction, I suppose for most people, because it's sold out, and then now they're trying to get. Of course, the Asylum wants to get people to come to the actual festival, because that's just a concern when bands play. Some of this is there are people only coming to the concert, and we get it. Obviously, money's tight and stuff. But we also would enjoy if folks came to this other stuff, because it is helping them pay for our appearance there, and of course, it does help the band pay our performers. That mixed with merch sales, we're hoping to break even, but we hope to break even all the time, right? So pretty good so far this year with that. We've only had 2 shows that we've been hired for directly, this festival as well as our Iowa show. But the rest we've all done ourselves. And there's been a few shows where we broke even or it cost us a little bit to do. But overall, the shows that do better are helping the shows that don't do as well. With this one, the UK, it's pretty expensive to get out there. And of course, the Asylum is helping us with all that. But we got to do our duty and make sure that people come to this tea, the photo session, the paid stuff, of course, and then also the concert, which was fantastic to sell out. That's really great. There are no more tickets for that. The band doesn't have any. We don't have any comp tickets or anything ourselves. We can't help you out getting tickets. That Steam Powered Giraffe show is that concert with Victor and the Bully and Thomas will be starting at 7:30, but the doors for that will actually be 7 p.m. And they may move that up a little earlier, but just based on how many people are coming to that show, I think I don't want to say because it's not my place to say, but I know how many people are coming to the show. Can I say it? I don't really know. It's not my event, so I don't know. But it's a lot of people. It's our biggest audience this entire year. The closest one would be Portland for us. Would be pretty close, but this one's even bigger than that. So that's how many people bought tickets, which is very great for people to come out to Steam Powered Giraffe, Victor and the Bully, and Thomas Benjamin Wild Esquire. So if you're wondering when Steam Powered Giraffe will go on, we don't quite know, but it's basically probably, we do have the longest set out of everyone, and we are last. So the show is at 7:30, and we are estimating we might go on 9:30. I have no idea. But we are probably going to be done with the show around 11:30, depending on how stuff goes. So it's a 2-hour show. The band has a 2-hour set. It's the same set we've been playing in other places, and it's been well received. We've been making tweaks of positions of songs in it but we're pretty happy with it this year, and we want to make sure everyone gets to see the Pink Pony song that we're doing. Spoilers, that's our cover that we're doing for this set. That's gone over pretty well. Hey, this venue just got a video wall. I don't know how long ago, but we will have actual video for most of the songs if I finish them in time. That's always nice to have some backing stuff. If you've seen our show in the past, we've done that before. We're trying to keep it a little more subtle because we don't want it to distract too much from the performers on stage. We're trying to find the nice balance with our songs, and I'm pretty happy with some of the stuff that I came up with. So hopefully, if you're there, you'll enjoy some of those backing videos I made. Some of it's like pulled from our music videos, and some is like completely fabricated with Photoshop. And I don't want to spoil any of it, but I really liked what I did with Honeybee, and it's like the simplest thing ever. But it just I don't know, it'll add so much, especially because it's a video wall, and it'll have great contrast compared to like a projection, right? Can't guarantee there'll be projections at every show. If a venue has it already set up, we'll use it. This one was like, well, we could just have our logo spinning for the entire show behind us, but maybe we'll throw some other songs in there too. So if you're at that show and you want to meet Steam Powered Giraffe, the only option, unfortunately, was to get VIP tickets, and that is purely because there's not enough time after a big show like that to have everyone wait. We've tried to do it in past years, and we would only get through about 70 people or so, and the venue would have to close. So it is a time restraint, unfortunately. So the VIP's already sold out. You won't be able to meet the band if you didn't already get a VIP. They capped it at the amount that we said that we could realistically get through and make it like worth people's money. You know, we want people to be able to shake our hands, get an autograph, do a selfie over the table, or it might not be over a table. It might be, we actually might be standing. We'll see how the setup goes the day of. We usually, for VIPs, we're usually standing, and then there's like a table next to us. So people can jump in for a photo with your own phone and whatnot. And we'll have, people helping us take photos for you. So that usually goes over well, VIP meet and greet after the show. We're estimating that starting at 11:30 p.m. So if you're wondering, you can kind of do the math to see when we'll go on. But it's a live show. There might be delays. It might take longer to get people inside the venue. But show should be from 7:30 p.m. Victor and the Bully going on, as well as Thomas Benjamin Wild Esquire. All great acts. Really happy to see Victor and the Bully again. And I've never actually met Benjamin. Thomas Benjamin. Does he go by Benjamin? I don't know. But all the stuff is great that I've seen online. And Victor and the Bully have collaboration stuff with them, so that's also fun. So yeah, seeing old friends from the last time we were there, I think, is when we played with Victor and the Bully. So that'll be a nice reunion for us, the band and whatnot. So that's pretty much the end of it. Oh, but I should mention, if you're at the show and even though you don't have VIP tickets, you can still stay after the show and wait in another line. There'll be two lines, one for VIPs, one for just people who want to get merch. And the way it works, and we do it pretty much at all of our shows, the VIPs get let through the merch line and then go meet the band, take photo, autographs, and whatnot, so they can get merch as well at the same time. And then people in the just merch line will be let in interspersantly while the VIPs are doing their stuff with the band. And that's kind of Gabby won't be there, unfortunately. She's the one who plays our Pink Pony. It just wasn't in the budget to bring a ninth person. We do that for all of our other shows, but the UK, it's very much I don't know if we can afford that. So Gabby would normally run the line, but we'll have a venue staff doing that. And then that also means we won't have the actual Pink Pony there, but Gabby will be there in spirit because they'll be in the video wall behind us, which will be nice. We're not just playing the music video. The spine's removed from it. But you will see the Pink Pony on screen. And in case anyone's wondering, spoilers. If you watch this 23 minutes, there's the little nugget of spoilers for the show. I figure most people aren't going to sit through a 23. It's going to be longer than 30-minute video probably, just to hear about all these details. But if it gets a few people to buy some more tickets to these events, that is not the show because that's sold out, then the Asylum would be very, very happy, and so would the band. So yeah, if you're at the show, you can still get merch afterwards. They're going to try to keep that open as long as possible, so maybe 2 hours after the show. Don't quote me on that, but that's basically our estimate. So yeah, you'll be able to get merch, and we still will probably have merch at that point. We're trying to save just a few items, so we might have stuff for Monday. That's right. If you don't want to wait, come to the festival all weekend, get merch before the show. But if you only have one day extra that you can spare, there are still stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on Monday of the festival, so the day after the concert, Monday, August 25th. There will be other stuff to do at the festival, but the band will have one last farewell meet and merch session. And this one, we're not going to have much merch left. I just know it already. That's not to say that I'm confident in how much t-shirts and stuff we sell, but when we go to the UK, we can't bring a bunch of stuff because we can't bring it back. So we bring, based on all of our other shows in past UK years, we kind of estimate what we can sell, and hopefully we're pretty close to that. So we'll try to keep a few small items for that, but most of our merch is going to be long gone. So that one is just a wristband thing. It's not a paid one because we won't be in makeup, and it will just be us behind a table for an allotted amount of time, and that's at 1 p.m. on Monday, August 25th. So meet the band out of makeup. If you want to see the robots, you'll have to go to the paid one on Saturday. I mean, it's all paid. It's a festival. You can get the wristbands for just Monday, I think. All the details are down below. And yeah, that'll be the last kind of farewell session. We won't, like I said, most people are asking, will there be any merch Monday? Because we can only come Monday and the concert. And the answer is yes, there will be some, because they've asked us to hold back a little. But just like, I don't know what it's going to be, but if you're planning on getting something that we have in our store that we usually take to shows, you probably won't get it. Just knowing. So in case you're all wondering, for merch, yes, we do ship to the UK on Bandcamp. There are more fees associated with that. It's anyone's guess if that costs more with us importing stuff and then selling it to you at the show, or if you pay it yourself because there's tariffs and stuff. Not going the other way. You know what I mean. There's what's it called? Import duties and whatnot. So t-shirts will be adequately priced because we made them in the UK. But the CDs and all the other merch items we did ship over. So there will be a little bit on top of that. But what we're bringing pretty much a selection of our CDs. So we will have all of them except for the Vice Quadrant, because we ran out of Vice Quadrant a few months ago, and we're not going to restock that for a while because it took us 7 years to deplete our stock. CDs aren't selling as well. But we will be taking a handful of CDs, signed and unsigned. So we'll have a few already pre-signed SteamWorld Heist 2 CDs, and I believe 1896 CDs. And we do that just in case the band's not there and you're just at the merch table and the band's not there. You can just buy one and it's slightly more and you're giving the band like $3 per autograph or whatever. So that's an option too that we have in there. The other merch we will have besides the CDs of our albums will be vinyl sticker of the logo, which pretty much sells out every time because it's a cheap item. They're pretty high quality and they look pretty nice. We also have metal pins, which are nice enamel with ink injection. If you've ever seen them, they look really fancy. Those are like $15 United States, whatever that is converted. Those usually sell out because they look so nice and they're just so professional looking. I really like them. If I wanted band merch, I would buy something like that myself because it looks so pro. It's because it's like, silver outline and it looks like a gear and it has our logo and there's black background and then the red, and it looks nice. It looks great. It's my favorite merch item. So those usually go. We might have some light up wristbands. Those are pretty cheap. They don't light up super bright, but they're kind of fun. They have our logo wrapped around and they glow blue. And I think we might have some decoder rings. Those are also not very popular. So we might have some of those. I'm not quite sure though. I can't remember what we sent. We sent them like months ago, just to make sure that they arrived on time. I guess I won't list all the merch. What I will say is what we don't have. We won't have any Gigi the Giraffe figurines. That was not possible and feasible. They take up a lot of room because they're about that big, the boxes. So the best option to get a Gigi the Giraffe figurine is not to wait for the UK. If you're in the UK, it's actually to order it from our Bandcamp. Not our regular online store. We can't ship to the UK with our online store because we don't have our store set up there, but Bandcamp does it on behalf of us. So we have our most popular merch items on our Bandcamp store that you can buy. Sorry about that. My mouth's a little dry. Most of you didn't see this because you didn't watch up to 30 minutes. But yeah, so you can get those items shipped to you from Bandcamp if you want a Gigi the Giraffe figurine. We will not be bringing that. We will not have any vinyls for sale because we just sold out the last of them in Iowa, I believe. But we put one aside because the Asylum is actually going to auction it off because it's the last one. And it's signed by the band. So I don't know where that's taking place. I don't have that information, but that is available, and you can probably find it on the Welcome to the Asylum Facebook group. But I don't. There's a lot with shows going on. After the UK, we're going to the Canada and stuff. So I don't have all the details readily available. But if you look at all the stuff we did put together down below in the text description, you'll see it's quite a lot to orchestrate. So props off to the Asylum for orchestrating an event of this size. If you look at the official schedule, besides Steam Powered Giraffe stuff, there's so much other stuff to do. And boy, it takes a lot of there's a lot of moving parts, and it takes a lot of people doing a lot of hard work to figure out how that all works. And haven't had too many issues with that in the past. Maybe one year there was a little snafu with some times, but I mean, me telling 11:30 p.m. when obviously it should have said a.m. on the schedule. But other than that, no, yeah, they've been pretty great managing all that. So, yeah, if you're merch-wise, I think everything else we usually have. So take a look at our store. We usually take all the small items. The print-on-demand stuff we don't take with us. You can just order that online, and it'll ship to you from the closest Printivity. Is it Printivity? Printful. I get them confused. One's a local print shop we use, and the other is that print-on-demand stuff for t-shirts. I'm drawing a blank on which one it is. Doesn't really matter. Anyways, on one last note, just to make this even longer, we will have a tour shirt because people have been asking us, and we had the idea for it. We just wanted to make sure we had all of 2025 shows done and booked, because we were booking shows right up until a few weeks ago, or a few months ago, I guess. And now that we got our Vegas show, we're pretty much booked up for the rest of the year. We're not taking, unless someone comes to us with a bunch of money and says, please do our show at this festival or event, that's it. We're not booking any more shows because we're so full up, and we only are taking a small break, I believe in October. We still have a show at the end of October, but it's enough time for me to hopefully get that October live show video done that I promised that we would have, that we filmed last year and have released 2 videos from on our YouTube. But there's a whole show that I want to put out. I just have not had time to sit down with it. I mean, I've hacked away at it slowly, but I need to really focus on that in October. So if you're anticipating new music for Steam Powered Giraffe, don't, because I ain't got no time to finish any of the production on that. Got to focus on the video. I am trying to get help with that, of course. Bunny is helping me. She also video edits. But we've just been so swamped, and Bunny's recovering from being a little sick the last few days. So, there's a lot working against us, unfortunately. But we're happy doing live shows. So I don't have information on that tour shirt, but it's going to be a print-on-demand thing. We've ordered samples in 2 different print methods to see which one looks the best. But basically, it'll be the art that you've seen on our posters that we've been selling at shows. We'll have some for the UK. They're made for each show. They're like the same poster with the cartoon version of Spine, Rabbit, and Zero, and then the place that we performed at with different color backgrounds and stuff. And I like the UK one. It's very like sepia tones. So it's that art on the poster minus all the stuff in the background, and it's kind of with our logo off to the side. It looks good. Hopefully it looks good in person when we get the samples in a few weeks. But it'll be that on the front. It'll just say Steam Powered Giraffe with our cartoon faces, and then on the back it'll be the tour dates and stuff where we all went to. It won't show the venues just because we didn't want to get into hot water with that, but it'll have our dates and where we performed. And it looks pretty nice. It has the little giraffe statues from the poster that you normally see, so we've kind of taken it from that. Yeah, we've never had a tour shirt before because we've never had this many shows ever in the history of the band. We usually do 3 or 4. I think the most we did ever, if you can believe this, not counting the San Diego Zoo, I think the most we ever did in a year was 6 before. We did a lot this year. This is a normal band schedule. We just never have done that in the history of the band. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 shows. 13 shows, 13 songs in the set, if you count the encore. So that's fun. Did you need that information? I probably said that already before. I just keep forgetting. Okay, so there you have it. That's the end of this video. I don't know when that tour shirt will go on sale, but it's going to be a print-on-demand thing, so we're not going to run out. We didn't want to take that to the last few shows with us, now that we know what all the shows are, because we just don't. We'd much rather take our logo shirt, which is more which is easier sell than a tour shirt, which we might sell, but if we don't, then we can't take both logo shirt. We just don't have the logistics to take that much merchandise with us. Most of our shows are around 250 to 300 people. Portland's like 600. Now you can kind of see the numbers, and now you can see how many people are coming to the UK. I said it was more than 600, so now you can just guess. I'll share that number if they share it ever. The Asylum. Yeah, so cool. That's it. Thanks for... I could talk about future shows, but this video is already too long. We're going to Canada afterwards. That still has a few seats left. I think in total, because it's 2 nights, 250 capacity each night, so that's why we did 2. That was about... I think there's about a little less than 100 spread out amongst both shows. So Friday and Saturday, September 5th and 6th. Did I get it right? Yes, I did. Whew. My brain still works. Join us out in Fergus, Ontario, Canada, for a great time. There's a festival that coincides with it, but the concert is separate from it. The band isn't doing anything at the festival. We just don't have the time, especially with 2 shows. So enjoy that. There will be lots of fun stuff. There's lots of free stuff to do at that festival. It's in a historic town, or so I hear. It's about an hour and 20 minutes from Ontario, a drive. So it's out in the middle of nowhere a little bit, but the town will look nice. Come in, enjoy the steampunk vibe going on that year, and help this little festival grow. And come see the Steam Powered Giraffe show. Come see both shows. Why not? If you got the money. Be the same set, but I keep saying that for these multiple shows, and I've seen few people that one time look at the VIP. Oh yeah, VIP seats are already sold out for Canada. We apologize. It's a logistics thing. We can only do so many, and I keep repeating that in videos because we get emails and messages like several times a week or so. So, and people asking, "Is there anything you can do?" I'm like, we can't, because there's already so many people asking for more VIP tickets, and we're already doing the max that we know we can get through without going over venue curfews. There's a lot of logistics to figure out with that. So I apologize. We love meeting our fans, but we have to put a cap on it, unfortunately. Every once in a while, we'll be at a place longer, like the United Kingdom, for that festival, and we'll have more times to meet the band, but Fergus is not one of them in Ontario, unfortunately. So that's it. I will fix that graphic the next time we post, and I hope we see some of you all in the UK. We're going to be there for almost a week, so those festival days, Friday through Monday, that's not really a week, but with travel days, we're gone for about a week. And yeah, hope to see some of y'all there. Would love to get some photos with y'all. Those were always fun in the past, because we're robots, and people sometimes dress up as robots. Sometimes they don't. They're just in the regular attire. We're not going to judge, whatever you want, but it's always fun to... We haven't done it in a while because we've just been focused on shows, but getting a makeup just for a panel, just for photos, that's pretty cool, because our makeup won't be destroyed like it will be after the concert, because we're sweaty. Okay, that's it. Take care. Thanks for all your support for this year. I think we're like halfway through all of our shows this year, if we're counting numbers wise. I think UK is like the middle one, or actually I think, I don't know, Sacramento was the middle one, right? Whatever, it's 13, so it's not gonna be perfect. Okay, thank you so much. Wait, there's more than 13 shows if you don't count the duplicate ones. Well, I already messed up. There's way more than 13 because we already did we did 2 in Seattle as well. So is it 15? I think it's 15 shows if you count all those. Cool. Okay. Bye-bye.